What's going on, y'all? Fort Worth Fabian back again with a video. We're doing a reaction to what's the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you, man. Let's get right into the video.
I'm kind of curious, what is the dumbest thing an American has ever said to you?
I already said this before, but I'm gonna say it again because some people could be so ignorant and stupid. So I went to college in the States, and this American asked me where I'm from, so I told him I'm from Korea, but my family resides in the Philippines. And this dude had the audacity to ask me if people in the Philippines eat mangoes and bananas every day, and do they live in a hut or a shack. And this is exactly what I told him, word by word. And I said, bro, you do know that's fucking racist, right? And the guy's like, how is that racist? And I asked him the same question, and I said, hey, I heard Americans love to shoot people, especially in schools. Is that true? And he's like, that's racist. It's so ironic that US have one of the best universities in the world, but some people can be so extremely stupid.
A lot of people give good content on this, but let me tell you from my experience, I'm a leaving specialist.
He ain't lying.
You're from the America or from the Canada, so I live in Canada. Where are you from? So I'm a leasing. A lot of people give good content on this, but let me tell you from my experience, I'm a leasing specialist and I do meet a lot of people. I know everybody gets this question, where you from, where you from. Say you're from the America or from the Canada, so I live in Canada. So this white man goes, where you from? I said, from Canada. And he said, no, where you from? I said, I'm from Canada. And then he goes, no, my parents are from Portugal, so I am from Portugal. I said, oh, my parents are from Canada. I am from Canada.
Damn.
He goes, no, where are you ethnically from? I said, I'm ethnically from Canada. Guys, I'm an immigrant. I came here for school. My parents are in India. I don't care. You guys do the same. Watch their faces drop and be like, what is this person saying? Do they get the question? Are they dumb? I'm dumb. Say I'm from America. I was born. My parents are born here. Everybody's from.
Unfortunately,
I don't know about that one, man. If somebody asks your ethnic background, that's a little bit different than just where, because obviously I'm American, but I have different, my ethnic, my actual cultural roots aren't from America. So I don't know. I think people will receive that question differently. I don't know if she was trying to play kind of a joke per se. Who knows? But
I have way too many of these stories, but I'll pick the worst one. So I used to be a tour guide for the university that I went to. And before we start the tour and start walking everywhere, I usually say something corny like, I'm going to be walking up front here, blah, blah, blah. If any of you guys want to give me company, it's lonely up here, we can chit chat, whatever. I'll say something like that. So a printer paper person came up to me and was like, hey, I have a personal question for you. To which I'm excited. Oh, they're coming up to me. Yes, personal question. This is probably about financial aid. It's about women's safety. It's about something like that. I was wrong. This man asked me why I was allowed to be in school and that he assumed I was Indian and why haven't my parents gotten me an arranged marriage and how was I allowed to be in school. And mind you, he was not quiet, so everyone on the tour heard me, and I had to answer in front of everybody.
damn.
Also in front of students walking by.
Oh, wow,
I wonder what his
English.
ethnicity was.
Oh wow, you speak perfect English.
Oh, damn. The disrespect. Yes, they speak English in Nigeria, bruh.
So I'm from the U.S. and I've been living in Spain for 5
People be like, you African, bro. You speak African?
years. A few years
The
ago,
hell?
a Spanish friend of mine who would teach English sent me a screenshot of a paper that one of her students, who was around the age of 16 to 18, wrote. It was comparing diets, and it said word for word that people from the U.S. are unhealthy because they eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in a fast food restaurant. And I know people in the U.S. don't have a healthy diet, but I don't know a single person who does this. In my household growing up, my mother would cook dinner every night. We ate at a restaurant, fast food or otherwise, maybe 2 times per month.
Had a girl.
I also know how to cook and regularly cook.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll definitely give you all that people in the U.S. probably eat way more fast food than other places, but I just don't know anybody that goes there for every single meal every.
Shane lying.
I'm American, but I gotta take this L. So freshman year of college, my friends and I go up to Canada to have a fun weekend, whatever. We party.
Hey, comment down below if you eat fast food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It'd be good though, but slow down, my guy.
And having fun. We don't sleep at all, right? We get to the border. I'm in the backseat, slumped out. Border Patrol knocks on the window. He's asking everyone questions. He comes to me, looks at my passport. Sir, what's your nationality? I go, Luis Barbosa. He goes, no, sir, what's your nationality? I go, Haitian, Dominican, or Puerto Rican. Choose whichever one. Everyone in the car staring at me like, bro, what are you saying right now? You're about to get us arrested. I'm like, what am I saying wrong, right? Everyone's looking at me. So the Border Patrol tries to dumb it down for me. He goes, sir, where are you from? I go, New York City. He goes, okay, so what's your nationality? So now everyone's staring at me and I'm getting tired. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that? He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He goes, yeah, you're American. Go right through. Yo, son, thank God we wasn't coming back from Mexico.
I think we can all agree that the school system.
Let's sum it up. Bruh basically said, you're stupid. You belong here. Come here. He said, come on in, son. Ain't no way. But, you know, a lot of people be doing that. Where you from? He like, what's your ethnic background? What's your cultural heritage? I'm Indian, Japanese, a quarter Cherokee, a part Taiwanese, half Ethiopian. It's like, what damn? You know, like, but the reality is some people have parents that are like, you know, mixed in some sort, form, or fashion. But then they account it like, I'm Nigerian and then I'm a quarter Cherokee, and it's like, bro, you're a mutt.
Shit. They don't teach us anything that they need to teach us. We don't know half the shit that we're supposed to. You should, you know, in adulthood, go outside and learn your own shit and research. Google is free. But I spent some time in Hawaii. This was pre-quarantine, maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. But I spent some time in Hawaii, and I had become friends with a lot of people down there. And this guy, this white lady, older white lady, comes up to him and she's like, where are you from? Where are you from? And he's like, oh, I'm from here, actually. He asked this lady, and where are you from? And she goes, I'm from the United States of America. Yeah. Y'all, I must have fucking cackled all the way over. She proceeds to say to him, wow, you speak really good English for a Hawaiian.
Dang, she did the impression and all.
When I was 16, I did an exchange program in the US from Brazil for 6 months. And I remember it was December time, and I was telling one of my friends how I had spoken to my parents, and they were at the beach because it was really hot and, you know, summer in Brazil at that time. And then she looked me straight in the eyes and asked me, oh, so is it July in Brazil now?
I'm an American that has recently moved to London, and I've had multiple American friends ask me what language they speak here in England.
Dang.
One even asked me if I had
way.
learned French to live here in England.
Your friends are real dumb.
Here we go. So we're still in Marrakesh. So the American couple have assumed me as their cameraman, and we're at the YSL Museum getting some Instagram pics for them. And they're like, hey, do you want to go and get coffee? So we hail a taxi. I expect we're going to end up somewhere like this. The Americans basically insist the taxi driver takes them to Starbucks, and he has no idea what they're talking about. But they've obviously done their research because they knew the name of the shopping center and where there was basically a brand new Starbucks that had like just opened. So we're at this Starbucks in the middle of Marrakesh, and I'm asking them, so are you going to go to the desert, or like, are you going to go up north? Like, what's your plans for this trip? They tell me they have flights in 2 weeks back to the States from Cape Town, South Africa. I thought they could hitchhike in 2 weeks from here to here, and that would be perfectly normal. I'm kind of like, well, Africa's a big continent, and their response was basically that America is a big country. They're used to hitchhiking in the States. Comparing hitchhiking across this country here versus this whole continent here. And I guess I'm going to have to do a part 3, so...
Yeah. I like how Buddy laid it out like that. He said, "Yeah, they're idiots." Bro, imagine cross-continenting through Africa. No, bro, that would be savage. No, you would cross into territory you probably wouldn't want to be in. I ain't gonna lie to you. Wow, that's just crazy to even think about.
So part three, here we go. So still in Marrakesh. So after Starbucks, they dragged me to H&M. Like we're in Morocco and they
The
want
Morocco version.
hang around H&M.
Hell no.
I wish I knew the ending, but honestly, your guess is as good as mine. They had my Instagram, but they never followed me, so I don't know what became of them. I don't know if they got to Cape Town and made their flight. So I do have a theory that they actually weren't going to Cape Town in the first place, and they just made it up for clout.
Bro, they got lost in translation.
The night before, when they first met me, they'd asked me, "Is this your first time in Africa?" It wasn't the first African country I'd been to. Like, I'd been to Kenya, Tanzania, and South Africa before. So I think maybe they wanted to seem like worldlier, and they just made up this whole trip, and they weren't actually going to Cape Town. Love to know what you guys think, and maybe they'll see this on TikTok, and I'll find out like what happened. But yeah, your guesses are as good as mine. And I'm sorry
they disappeared, bro. They're gone.
Hi. Yeah, fellow American here. And this is still the dumbest thing an American has ever said to me, because I'm from Alaska, the 49th state, which somehow gets lost in translation to the 48 other states that came before us, who somehow forget that we're a state, because then we have people who come up to Alaska and they walk into my tour shop and they're like, "Hi, where's the currency exchange? Are you planning a trip to Canada? We are like right close to the border." No. I need Alaskan money. Are you not from the United States? No, I'm from Kansas, but I need Alaskan money. Ma'am, did you miss the giant American flag right outside I can see it out my window. There's also one at the post office just across the street. It's the same money. Stay tuned for part 2.
I'm assuming we're talking about white Americans here.
People don't be caring about Alaska. It's wild. Because they don't have enough sense to actually get educated on it. I mean, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, right? So, story time. I was partying at my friend's house, and one of his friends, who's a straight white man, was also there. I don't remember what was the last time I talked to a straight white man, but anyway. So we said hi to each other. I told him my name's Jackie. Then he asked me what my middle name was. And I thought to myself, this is not a normal question you would ask someone, especially when you don't know about each other. I guess what he really wanted to know was where I came from and what my legal Chinese name was. So I just told him, I'm from China, and people in China don't have a fucking middle name. And he was like, wow, I didn't know. But anyway, I am pretty sure if I were a white American, he wouldn't ask me that question in the first place.
Okay. Fair. Teach their own. Okay. That right there is what's the dumbest things an American has ever said to you, bro. Ignorance is... I was going to say the cliche now. I'm just going to say ignorance is common, bro. You believe it or not, there's ignorance all across the world. It's not just Americans, but, you know, I think Americans get a lot of flack because a lot of Americans puff their chest up thinking they the superiors, you know. So a lot of people are like, bro, you're stupid, though. You're dumb. So, I don't know. You know, content like this is funny, but I'm sure you can find content like this around every part of the world. So, yeah. What's the dumbest thing an American said to you? Or are you the stupid one saying the dumb things? Comment down below. We'll see y'all next time. We out.